Hello Sim community. Today we're gonna talk gloves. And do we really need gloves for sim racing? For me, definitely I cannot drive without gloves anymore. And without gloves, I feel kind of naked. So, especially if you just run to if you just upgrade to direct drive wheel and you have new wheel like this one, suede or Alcantara material, then trust me, you really gonna need gloves for this, really. And let's start with my first pair. This one is Alpinestar, the Tech 1Z. This one is for racing, I mean car racing, and they are quite expensive, and there is a reason for that, because those gloves really can protect you from fire, and the material they use is, like, you can see, I don't know if you can see, but there is like 91% of Nomex, and there is just 3% of silicone and 6% real leather. And yeah, that is the leather actually. So I used to use those in real racing. I used to drive rallies for a few years, like for 8 years actually. And the grip of those with Alcantara or suede are, the grip is not really good. And every time when I race, I used to put some water, I make them wet, and then I use them. For comfort, okay, they are definitely comfortable, and keeping the wheel, it feels really comfortable. But there is a lack of grip. Then next one is Tech 1K, and those ones are for karting, and they are not expensive. You can find those under 50 euro actually. But what I don't like for sim use is they have really thick pad here on the silicone. And again, there is a reason to do that for karting. Probably most of us we have drive karting at least once, and we know the forces. I mean how stiff the karting wheels are. And if you make, those are for racing use, so if you gonna make some long session, this thing actually will protect your hand. But for sim racing use, it's like, I don't know, I don't really feel very comfortable. And I feel like the main problem to feel comfortable in any place, in any case, is actually your comfort zone you create through long time and this kind of muscle memory thing. So if if I use those for every day, at some point I will get into a new comfortable zone, and then I will don't really care about this. But because I don't use them too much, yeah, I feel quite weird. But they have amazing grip, and that's because they have a lot of silicone here. And then the last pair is this one. This is 1KX, and those are actually my favorite one. And the reason is, you can see the stitching of the fingers is outside. That means inside, when you put your hand inside, is everything round and there is no stitching inside to bother your fingers. And I really love those. They are not expensive also, and they had some silicone, but for some reason the silicone is already gone. But still, this is how you call this, the leather they use on those is synthetic. It's not real. It's kind of synthetic suede like material, and they can create some grip on wheels like this. I mean wheels like Alcantara or suede. But if you don't have silicone and you use, for example, the Porsche wheel from Fanatec, there is no grip at all. So you need like a lot of silicone to be comfortable with real leather steering wheels. And last are those here. So if you don't wanna go with real racing gloves, you can go with bike gloves. And there is, I used to use like, probably this is my 5th pair of O'Neill gloves. I had once Scott. They make also really great. Those are bike gloves, and you can see I love them. Like, they are comfy. They have silicone. They have this synthetic leather also. They have some more thick leather here, synthetic, which goes like protect your finger. When I say protect your finger, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but you can see even using gloves, I have like dead skin here because I used to drive every day. And yeah, you know, I gonna make something because it's practice day. I gonna make few waps with every pair just to see how I feel switching from one to another. So definitely with this one, with those one, I can feel really nice the buttons. That's nice. I know what I'm touching. Let's make a wap with those gloves and see how we feel. You know, I love rally, and I really love drifting around with my rally car. Yeah, definitely I feel comfy, like I really feel the wheel itself. Ooh, I forgot I haven't said handbrake. Okay, definitely very comfortable and very light. The other thing is the other material is very light, like, so I don't know. I actually got those today. I'm not sure if they gonna sweat my hands. I feel like they will already. I feel my hands are already hot from one wap. But they were actually really cheap. I got those for 18 euro. So 18 euro for some really high quality gloves is nothing. Then what is next? Okay, those are my favorite, but let's go with those in which I feel I'm not going to feel comfortable. with the thick pad here. Like, man, this is really thick. For karting, definitely is going to be nice and will protect your hands for sure. But for sim racing use, I don't know. I don't feel like I need that. But yeah, definitely. I feel like kind of my hands feel kind of ooh. That's how you kill car. Talking. Yeah, I don't know if I don't think I ever used those in like serious racing. I probably use them more in practicing like this. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, but probably if you stay with them for hours or two, or even if you drive with those gloves for 2-3 days, then you are definitely going to create some muscle memory and you're gonna start feel comfortable. And yeah, I definitely feel like my hands are getting hot already. Okay, enough with this. Let's change now the racing gloves. I mean my rally gloves. I feel like this wheel is still new-like, so I don't think there will be any problem. But let's check. Must be enough grip. Yeah. The main thing with those is like your hands are not going to get sweat. That material is amazing. But guys, if I remember well, I got those from Brands Hatch from the track, and yeah, there the prices are always like crazy if you go and buy gloves from Rio Track. If I remember well, I pay for those 125 pounds, which is like too much. And yeah, the other thing is immediately I don't feel like I have enough grip. Ooh, come on. Yeah, definitely. I don't have enough grip. I definitely feel like the wheel is a different part. And with the other gloves, I always feel like we are one with the wheel. My hands, the wheel, and the gloves are sticking all together. Yeah, no comfort at all. If I put some water on those, it will be definitely create a little bit more grip. But yeah, I already don't like it, really. You know, and you remember I'm talking about the comfort zone, and comfort zone is something really, really, really bad. What I'm trying in my life is like going out from my comfortable zone almost every day with different things, because I really don't want to stick to one thing and be afraid for experiments or changes. Okay, let's try those. The sun is gone. Guys, really comfy. Like, definitely, I feel like I can feel the texture of the wheel itself. That's nice. So I use those for everyday practices. Okay, and now let's put the other karting ones with the stitching from outside and see how I feel. It's not like I put them first time, but actually at this point, what I'm doing, switching from pair to pair, is something I do first time, and now I can definitely feel the difference between every pair. That's interesting. So, yeah, those inside is like another world. But I don't know if this interference with something else. Not really. Hmm. Yeah. And I feel the grip. Oh guys, I love drifting. It's not the way you drive fast, but it's so fucking fun. I love it. Okay, let's not do that video boring and long. If if you go for if you move to Sweat or Alcantara wheel, you definitely need gloves. And what you have to looking for is some kind of silicone. You need it, trust me, because at some point this wheel is going, you know, the material will get pushed down, and actually the only thing which gonna create some grip will be the silicone itself. And then of course this is my personal preference, but because I really want to feel the texture of the wheel, I don't want some pads here, especially if they are like this one, which is really fat. So check for that. And if you don't want to go for something like this, they are not really expensive. You can, between 30 and 50 euro, you can find those karting ones. But then you can find for cheap like those O'Neill gloves, which are super comfy too. I'm definitely going to use those for my practices for everyday driving, and they will be destroyed probably in 2-3 months. Doesn't matter, 18 euro, it's fine. But silicone, guys, some silicone, definitely. Okay, thanks for watching again. I hope this video is helpful for someone. And again, if you have leather wheel and you want to use some gloves, then there is some models with complete silicone on the bottom. Those are definitely for you. Yeah. Okay. Again, I hope it helps somebody, and see you next time. Bye bye.